In this video, we will explain absolutely everything you need to know to travel to Colombia. This is the definitive guide and the most complete video you will watch today about this destination, covering the complex logistics of a country cut by the Andes Mountains from the cultural metropolis of Bogotá, passing through the innovation of Medellin to the Caribbean charm of Cartagena and the beaches of San Andres. We will teach you how to move between these regions without wasting days on winding roads, where to find the best coffee in the world, and the best tips to eat well while paying little. So let us get started. Colombia is the most welcoming country in South America and a place of impressive biodiversity. It is where the Caribbean meets the Andes and the Amazon. It is a country that has overcome its difficult past, and today is an example of tourism culture and joy. It is the perfect destination for those seeking vibrant cities, lush nature, turquoise blue water beaches, and one of the best nightlives on the continent, all with very accessible prices. Now let us move on to logistics and planning. What is the best time to visit Colombia? The country is near the equator, so it does not have defined thermal seasons, summer or winter, but rather dry and rainy seasons. The golden rule is Bogotá is always cold and the coast is always hot. The best general time to visit the entire country is from December to March and July to August, which are the driest months. In these months, you enjoy the beaches and trails better. Rainy seasons like April, May, October, and November can disrupt tours in the coffee axis and make the sea choppy in the Caribbean. And how many days to stay in Colombia? The country is large, and the mountainous geography makes travel time consuming. The number one mistake is thinking you can do Bogotá, Medellin, Cartagena, and San Andres in a week. To do the classic itinerary Bogotá, Medellin, and Cartagena, the bare minimum we recommend is 10 full days. But the ideal to take it easy and include the Caribbean islands or the coffee axis is 12 to 15 days. If you want to dive deep and go to Tayrona Park or the Amazon, set aside 20 days. Mandatory documentation for international tourists. To enter Colombia, rules are simple. You generally just need your valid passport. No visa is required for tourism. However, the vital rule is you are required to have the International Certificate of Vaccination against Yellow Fever. The vaccine must be taken at least 10 days before the trip. They ask for it at check-in or immigration. In addition, it is mandatory to fill out the CheckMig digital immigration form between 72 hours and 1 hour before the flight. And remembering travel insurance. Medical costs in Colombia for tourists are charged and can be expensive in quality private clinics. In addition, the altitude of Bogotá can cause malaise in the first days, and the Caribbean heat can cause dehydration. We never travel without it. And in the link in the description, there is the comparator we use, which always finds insurance for half the price, comparing the best insurers on the market. We will leave the link in the description for you to guarantee this protection. Now let us talk about transportation and how to get around Colombia. To arrive, international flights usually land in Bogotá, but there are direct flights to Medellin and Cartagena from some US cities. To get around between large cities, Bogotá, Medellin, Cali, Cartagena, the only viable option for those with limited time is by plane. Colombian roads cut through the Andes Mountains are winding, two-way, and full of trucks. A trip that looks short on the map can take 10 hours by bus. Airlines like Avianca, Latam Wingo, and Click offer fast and often cheap internal flights if bought in advance. To get around within cities, public transport varies. In Medellin, the metro is fantastic. In Bogotá, Transmilenio is fast but crowded. In Cartagena, you walk or take a taxi. Uber and Cabify work super well in big cities and are very cheap. And the car. Do not rent a car to stay inside big cities like Bogotá or Medellin. Traffic is chaotic and has severe restrictions. Renting a car is only worth it if you are going to explore the coffee axis region with freedom, or do the coastal route between Cartagena and Santa Marta. For those renting a car in these specific regions, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. We will leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Staying in a good region will make your trip much easier. The strategy is to choose the right base in each main city. In Bogotá, the best region is Zona Rosa, Zona T, or Parque de la 93 in the north. These are safe, modern areas full of restaurants and nightlife where you can walk at night. The historic Center Candelaria is beautiful by day, but dangerous and deserted at night. In Medellin, the El Poblado neighborhood is the unanimous choice. It is where the best hotels, restaurants, and bars are. For a more local and flat vibe, the Laurels neighborhood is excellent. In Cartagena, stay inside the walled city for historic charm, or in the neighboring Gethsemane neighborhood for a bohemian and cultural vibe. If you want a beach and a resort-type hotel, stay in Boca Grande, but know that the beach there is not Caribbean style. In San Andres, stay in the center north end to do everything on foot and have access to boats and restaurants. We created this personalized map that explains exactly which is the best region in each of these main cities. Staying in this marked area, you cannot go wrong. We will leave here on the screen QR code and in the video description the link to this exclusive map. We created them on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices and reliable options. Over there you can already put your travel date and see all hotel options within this strategic location for the lowest prices. We will also leave links to the hotels we have already stayed at and approved. In all destinations, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located for those who want to save money, and another that is a little better in the same location but a little more expensive with more comfort. These are great options tested by us. An important tip to save on accommodation is the advanced strategy. Colombia is trendy, and boutique hotels in Cartagena, or the best located ones in San Andres, sell out fast in high season. That is why we really like using this site we indicated. In addition to having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation with almost all hotels. You can book as soon as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later due to any change of plans, it is super easy and at no cost. And remembering that, in this link below, we always organize everything you need to set up your entire trip for the lowest price on a single page. The sites we use to build our trips, and that have everything much cheaper, such as the international eSIM cell phone chip, to have internet and call Uber all the time. The discounted travel insurance tickets for all the popular attractions like the Salt Cathedral and boat tours, the good and cheap hotels. We have already stayed at the car rental comparator, which is useful in the Coffee Axis, and the global account, to carry dollars which are well accepted in exchange houses, or withdraw Colombian pesos. And the links already contain automatic discounts because we are always updating them, so save this page in your favorites and use it when planning, as it will facilitate your trip a lot and make you save a lot of money. Now let us get to the main detailed regions and attractions. The first region is Bogotá and surroundings. The capital is the cultural center. Attraction number 1 is Cerro de Monserrate, where you go up by cable car to 10,000 feet high to see the entire city. Attraction number 2 is the Gold Museum, the most important in the world of its kind. Attraction number 3, unmissable, is the Salt Cathedral of Zipaquirá. It is an hour and a half from the city and is a monumental church built inside an underground salt mine. The ticket costs about $25. The second region is Medellin and Antioquia. It is the city of eternal spring. Attraction number 4 is Comuna 13. Take the graffiti tour to understand the social transformation of the neighborhood, go up the escalators and see the view. Attraction number 5 is the day trip to Guatapé and the Rock of Peñol. You climb 740 steps on a giant monolith to have the most beautiful view of Colombia, a dam full of green islands. The tour costs about $35. The third region is Cartagena and the continental Caribbean. It is the historic jewel. Attraction number 6 is walking aimlessly through the walled city, seeing the flowery balconies and the sunset at Café del Mar. Attraction number 7 is the Rosario Islands. This is where you should go to see the real turquoise blue sea, since the city's beaches are not beautiful. Reserve a day at a beach club or visit the oceanarium. The boat tour costs between $60 and $80 with lunch. The fourth region is the Coffee Axis Eje Cafetero. It is located in the triangle between Pereira, Armenia, and Manizales. Attraction number 8 is Valle del Cocora, near the colorful town of Salento. It is where the wax palms are located, the national trees which are the tallest palms in the world, and inspired the movie Encanto. Also visit an authentic coffee farm to see the production process. The fifth region is San Andres and Providencia. It is the insular Caribbean closer to Nicaragua than Colombia. Attraction number 9 is the golf cart tour around the island, stopping at West View to snorkel with fish, and at Rocky Cay to walk to the islet through the sea. It is the place of the sea of 7 colors. You need to pay an island entry fee at the airport, which costs about $35. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. On the spot, it is always more expensive, and the most famous tours, like the Salt Cathedral and the best beach clubs in Cartagena, have limited spots. We will leave in the QR code on the screen and in the description the link to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the lowest price. It is the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Tickets for Montserrat coffee tours and island excursions. Everything for the lowest price, and you can buy in dollars, saving on international fees. Let us go shopping. Colombia is excellent for shopping. Product number 1 is Colombian coffee. Buy brands like Juan Valdez or local brands in supermarkets to take as gifts. Product number 2 is emeralds, as the country is the largest world producer, but buy only at certified jewelers. Product number 3 is leather. Jackets, bags, and shoes from the Vélez brand are of very high quality and fair price. Speaking of gastronomy, Colombian food is hearty and tasty. The national dish is bandeja paisa, typical of Medellin, which is a giant dish with beans, rice ground, beef chorizo, egg, avocado, and fried plantain. In Bogotá, try ajiaco, a delicious potato and chicken soup. In Cartagena, eat coconut rice with fried fish and egg arepa. And of course, exotic fruits like lulo granadilla and mangosteen are unmissable. For real restaurant suggestions, to save money, look for restaurants that serve the Menú del Día or Corrientazo at lunch. It costs about $4 to $5 and includes soup, main course, and juice. For mid-price and partying, go to Andres Carne de Res. The original is in Chia near Bogota and is a crazy experience of decoration and animation. A dinner costs about $30 to $40. For luxury, El Cielo restaurant in Medellin and Bogota offers sensory tasting menus that are a work of art and cost about $120. And what to do at night? Colombia has one of the best nightlives in the world. In Medellin, the El Poblado neighborhood and Provenza Street boil with bars and reggaeton. In Bogota, Zona T is the place to see and be seen. In Cartagena, the party starts in Gethsemane Square and continues in salsa bars or on the Chiva Rumbera, a colorful party bus. And if you are traveling with kids, the country is very family-friendly. In Medellin, Parque Explora is a fantastic science museum and aquarium. In the Coffee Axis, Parque del Café is a beautiful theme park. In Cartagena, the pirate ship and the oceanarium enchant the little ones. And to combine your trip, Colombia is an air hub. You can easily combine it with Panama, which is an hour flight away, or with Peru and Ecuador. If you have more time inside Colombia, visit Tayrona Park near Santa Marta for wild beaches and virgin nature. If you liked this complete and deep guide, like the video and subscribe to our channel to travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a safe trip.